back to another adventure. Today I'm very excited to be back, first because I haven't filmed in so long, mainly because I needed time and this to be able to travel. And now that I'm back from an adventure that I can't wait for y'all to see and hear and see the highlights of, hence my handy little notebook, I want to tell you all how it all started, and I wanted to try and help you all to do it in the most economical way, unless you want to splurge and then it's all on you, but at least I told you what it was about. So without further ado, follow me into 5 ways to save money on a cruise. So just keep watching for that. Okay, first things first, the booking of the cruise. Just make sure that you do your research. Look all of the cruise lines, look into all their packages they have, and try and find the best suited place for you. The best way that I can tell you to do this is just to have them all open all at the same time while trying to get the same amount of amenities and availability and the places that you want to go to from all the cruise lines. That's the only way to do it. There are some sites that allow you to see the cruises all at the same time, and all the different lines as well. I've only gone in one cruise in my entire life, so this is my experience about it, so I can't tell you which one to get for sure. I will tell you pretty much which one not to get to in another review, but that's for later. What I can tell you about is, when choosing your cabin specifically, I do not recommend for you to get one with a balcony. Why? The prices, at least for this particular cruise, MSC, was a lot higher than we were expecting. The only reason we got it is because I'm sort of claustrophobic, but if you're the kind of person that don't have that problem, then you don't need a cabin with a balcony. The in-store cabins are actually more economical, and if you're planning on going to all those day activities, and if your cruise is either docking or staying outside in the sea but having excursions done on land in different ports, then you don't need that, because you'll be in and out, in and out, in and out, and the excursions are also so taxing on your energy that you are going to pretty much just use your cabin for sleeping. So that'd be one of the pointers. Do not book something that you're not going to use, pretty much. Second of all, we have internet. Internet is one of those things that is very slow, at least on this ship, again MSC, and it is very frustrating to get into. So if you need internet for your work purposes or anything like that, go ahead and book it. It is very, very, very expensive. It is so slow that it's not worth it. And when you go into port, if you do want to get down from the ship, you can just go ahead and get into a free Wi-Fi network. That's not a problem. Now, I know that I tell you to just go ahead and save your money in things that you can save. For instance, if you go to the buffet, you've already paid for coffee, food, water, etc. So I would tell you normally not to buy coffee or anything like that outside when you're on a port excursion, because if you get food from the buffet, you can take it with you. They have no problem going out of the ship. They have problems when you try and get things on the ship, which is the other way around. So getting a cup of coffee outside will be one of those expenses that you'll try to avoid. However, if a €2 cappuccino is going to allow you to get access to a free Wi-Fi cafeteria on port, I'm all for it, because, well, it beats €60 for very slow internet. So there you go, €2, €60, you do your math. There's free Wi-Fi all over the place. Some ports even have it without you having to purchase anything. And a cappuccino is still going to be €6 plus taxes and service charge at the boat. So you're still saving money, even though that's something that's not included, because you have American coffee included, but you don't have any specialty drinks, lattes, cappuccinos, espressos, yada, yada, yada. So there you go. That's another way to save it. Either you drink it on port and get the free Wi-Fi, or you get, the very inflated price at the boat. Which leads me to the next one, which is very relatable: food of port, food of the ship. If you do have something very ethnic that you would like to try, I'm all for that. Most of the things are not very expensive. Gyros in Athens, things like that that are from that country that you want to have the original from, after having so many years of having the variations of it, or the bastardized parts that go into America or Europe and just flutter around all over the place. That's great, go ahead. But do remember, you do have free food on the ship that you've already paid an insanely amount of money for. And again, they let you go into the buffet. They have sort of like French fries and burgers and different things that actually come in a little box that you can take the box, put it in your backpack, and after you go to excursions, you can do a whole day excursion, or you can just go and come back in and eat for the rest of the day. Believe me, it's just most of the excursions don't take the whole day unless you have an excursion that is per the ship, which normally, yes, it's almost downright to the line of the time that you have to get in the boat, or else they'll leave you. Otherwise, just bring your food with you, make a picnic, make it fun, put your family to work in it, and everybody carries their own food. It's fun. We did it, and it's amazing, and we didn't have to pay a shitload of money for that. So yeah, it does work. Another thing is, when you're booking your cruise at the first time, make sure that it either has the bottled water included at all times, or that you take or buy one bottle of water and then refill it at the buffet. They'll tell you sometimes that you cannot do that because of contagion, which actually what it means is that you can do that because you're not paying for it like they want you to do. But just fill out 4 or 5 and do it at your table if you want to, because they can't tell you no that way. And it's just ridiculous that you have to pay for water on a cruise when it should already be included. We even got a package that said we had the water included, and it turned out the only water we had included was the one at dinner. Just make sure that you read the fine print, people. That's pretty much the most important part of all this. Read the fine print so that you don't have very bad experiences later on, because little things like this sometimes are not enough, but on a bad day they will ruin somebody's vacation. So keep an eye out for all of that. And then we have the big one, alcohol. A lot of people spend a crap ton of money on alcohol on ships, and it's no wonder, because drinks are not insanely expensive in there. It can become very expensive, and the bill can accumulate, especially because you're not going to be using especially because you're not going to be using money. They don't allow money on the ships, at least not MSC. They only allow for you to put money on your key cards for your room. And this are going to become pretty much your identifications on ship. I'm trying to look for mine, and I've come up with my husband's and my son's, and completely, mine was the last one. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's just a card, and it has a magnetic strip on the back, and that's the last strip that they give you when you get down from port. So what you do is you use this and you swipe it like a credit card, and it's actually either linked to your credit card, or you put money in there. And yeah, you put money in the card, and it's kind of like a prepaid card. I would definitely recommend for you to do that, because once you get to swiping, maybe with a couple of drinks in, you won't know why I hate you by the time you have to pay your account before you leave the final day of the cruise. So yeah, avoid surprises like that as well. Also, I've heard of the cruise kits, the ones that are plastic bags. I'm sure you can get information over there. We actually saw some people that were having those on their ship. So obviously it can be done. We just didn't want to risk it. Honestly, it wasn't worth it. We would just have a glass of wine. I was mostly concerned that I was going to get seasick, which didn't happen, so that's a plus. And yeah, that's about it. But yes, alcohol can get very expensive. The only other way that you can get around that is by purchasing a package. Depending on what you like, you can get, I guess there's a beer package, a wine package, and a medium shelf package, meaning you can get medium shelf bottles bottled drinks. There's, you know, there's a house shelf, medium shelf, and top shelf. More expensive, medium expensive, less expensive. It goes like that. Any bar would have something accordingly to what they get. And that's pretty much the packages that you can get. Of course, as the quality ups, the prices go with that, so just keep that in mind. But it's one of those things that it can definitely be done on a budget. We have friends that went on a Norwegian cruise. My husband had a great time, and they had a package, and insanely they actually paid less than we did without that kind of package. So there you go. You can definitely do it on a budget. Just keep that in mind. Make sure you check every option you have in there. If you have any other questions, just go ahead and ask me in the comment below. This is all, you guys. This is 5 ways that you can save money on a cruise. 5 tangible ways that I've definitely tried and can tell you it works. So just go ahead, have fun of your cruise. I'll be back with more fan facts and anecdotes and videos of the places we went to. Until then, y'all just keep traveling. I'll see you soon. Laters.